Okay. So last class, we will go ahead and relax again. On your bolster, get your blocks out. You can also, optionally, if you want, you can use the blocks instead of the bolster to open up your chest a little bit more. It might be a little bit more rougher on your shoulders, but you can try it out. And if not, you can just swap back onto the bolster. So you're going to lay your block underneath your shoulder blades, and then your other top block can be nice and tall, or you can lay it down equal length and open up your chest, arms out. Here you can close your eyes, soften the shoulders, and have your feet together, knees apart, or your knees together, feet apart. We're going to have it straight out in front, reclined position. So you have 3 different options with the legs. You have 2 options with the bolster blocks. Closing those eyes. Slow your breath down. Like settling in. Paying attention to your breath. Slow down the breath. Now imagine each molecule going in through each nostril. And all the way down through the throat. And then now down all the way into the belly, filling up the belly. Notice how your body is feeling on the mat, or how it touches the floor. You feel the contact there. Right now you're awake. You're alive. Let yourself take a few deep breaths, receiving the air fully. Breathing out. Just let go. And whenever you're ready, I invite you to reflect silently. Today is a new day. Anything is possible. So as you look ahead, let's take a moment so as to clean the slate. Yesterday's gone. It's in the past. Whatever's happened is done. So to whatever degree possible, see if you can just let that be. Today we have an opportunity to start fresh, to breathe, to smile, and to recollect our values as we head out into the world. Can we feel some sense of possibility toward the openness toward the day? It's a gift, a chance to live a meaningful life. Let's take a few moments to lay quietly together. As you breathe in, breathe out. Pay attention to any vitality and aliveness. When we're aware, we can appreciate being alive and remember our values. So see if you can sense that freshness and possibility in your day. Sealing your intention with breath, inhaling all the way to the top of the lungs. Hold it at the very, very top. Sip a little bit more air. Seal the mouth. Keep holding. Exhale out of the mouth. The big dragon's breath. Blink your eyes open. If you're on a bolster or those blocks, you roll off those blocks or bolsters. Come on to your back. Push the block and bolster out of the way. From here, drawing your knees in toward your chest, rocking left and right, massaging the side bodies. You're dropping your left heel down, taking your right ankle over the left thigh. And press your right hand onto that right knee. And pull your bottom heel closer to your glute just to open up that right hip. Keeping your feet flexing, wiggle the top ankle, wiggle those toes. And then here, if you're ready, you can inhale the arms through and grab the back of your left hamstring. Your left hammy or the left shin. You can keep your feet flexed, rock left and right. Coming into this figure 4 pose. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, prep pose. Try to pull your legs in a little closer toward your heart. You can even wrap your top arm over both your legs and clasp the fingers. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can even fork lift that top leg and then extend that bottom leg just to stretch out that bottom leg, all those muscles in that other hip. You can rock back and forth, just baby that top leg. And then releasing everything, rewinding everything, dropping your bottom heel down, keeping your feet flexed. You're going to exhale, drop your knees, swing it over to the right side. You can extend your arms out to the sides, relaxing cactus arms. You can move your bottom heel, top heel around until you feel that left inner and outer hip stretch. So that's your psoas, that iliopsoas connection. You're going to breathe deeply all the way down to the root base of your spine. Close those eyes. Find any release. Slow the breath down. Listen for that belly breath, that ujjayi breath, that victorious sound. Sounds like the ocean behind your throat. Slowly, slowly inhaling back toward the center, unwinding your legs, taking your left ankle over the right thigh, and pull the bottom heel in closer to the glute. You can press your left hand on that left knee. This is fine, good for you. If you want to go a little bit more, you can, wiggle those toes and rock and roll the ankles as well. But you can go ahead and clasp the back of your right hamstring or your right shin. And rock left and right in this figure 4. And massaging the side bodies. And keep wiggling those toes and rock and roll the ankles. And all the joints lubricating. Even go a little bit more and you can wrap the top hand over the top shin if you want. Clasp those fingers. And if you want to go a little deeper, you can fork lift that top leg. And rock and roll like a baby. You can even extend that bottom leg. And that full stretch of those outer hips. Just breathe in, nice and slow. And then when you're ready, you can rewind everything and drop that bottom foot. Keeping that left ankle over that right thigh, keeping the feet flexed. You're going to exhale, drop and sway your legs over to the left. Extend those arms out. Again, you move the bottom heel, top heel around until you feel this nice iliopsoas stretch on your right outer hip. Close those eyes. Kind of luxuriate in this juicy, juicy stretch. Either you're sitting or driving or just in the squatting position, your hips might be a little tight. Even bicycling, this can get really tight, or running. Slowly breathing here. Slow it down. And then here, inhaling back toward the center, unwinding those legs, and then keeping the feet flat underneath your glutes. Grabbing a block nearby and place it near your hip. And place your palms beside the hips. And then keeping the chin to the chest. We're going to inhale, roll the hips up to the sky. Pressing firmly into the feet. So you can lift those toes and press firmly into the feet. Lift the hips higher. Imagine squeezing a block between the knees. keeping the chin to the chest. Here, you can even wrap the hands behind your back and walk the shoulders under to lift the hips higher. Here, if you want to go active, you can try to inhale that right knee, right foot up, rock and roll, wiggle those toes. You can swap legs. And if you want to relax, you're going to grab that block and place it underneath your sacrum, keeping the chin to the chest. And relax on that block. You can extend those legs out to the corners of the mat and extend those palms out. Get the full body stretch. So your block can be either high, medium, or low setting. You're allowing the luxury of oxygen to come to your front body. And releasing all tension. Slow your breath down. When you're ready, you can place the feet back underneath, flat onto the mat. We're going to, again, inhale that right knee, right foot up, rock and roll, wiggle those toes. And then swapping legs. And inhale that left leg, left knee, left foot up, rock and roll, wiggle those toes. And here, inhaling both the legs up. We're going to modify our legs up the wall. Here you can start scissor kicking. And open up those hips. And you can swim. Pretty much paddling your legs up against the ceiling. And swimming like a mermaid upside down. Merman or whatnot. We're going to open up those hips. And then when you're ready, you can exhale, drop the heels back down onto the ground. Placing it firmly onto the mat. Lift those toes, plant them firmly. And then inhale, lift the hips high. Gently remove the block away. Exhale, one vertebrae, nice and slow like molasses. All the way down to the ground. Keeping the feet flexed. You can windshield wiper your knees. Open up those hips again. Good job. And then inhale the knees back in towards your heart. You can rock left and right. Massage those side bodies. Pulling those knees apart. You can grab your ankles. And grab the soles of your feet. Or you can start kicking left, kicking right. Kind of open up those legs more. And keeping a hold of the feet. Try holding out those feet and straighten out those knees if you can. Good job. From here, keeping the hold of the feet, we're going to bend those knees and rock up and down the back of our spine, keeping the chin to the chest. Kind of keep massaging and until we're on our sit bones, sitting up. Crossing your ankles and Sukhasana, you can pull the flesh out. You can sit in Siddhasana as well with your ankles one in front of each other. Or you can do half lotus or full lotus, it's up to you. Whichever is most comfortable. Pull the flesh out from the back side. Inhale, arms up, reaching to the sky. Breathing in, relax the throat. And then exhale, forward fold, hands out in front. Inhale through the crown. And then exhale, walk those hands out. So close your eyes, slowly breathe into your back. Exhale, walk those fingers out. So hinge at the hips, follow your breath. Slow your breath down. Every inhalation, come out of that pose slightly. Just lengthen the crown. Exhale, keep walking those fingers out. Going down again. You can use blocks to support your forearms or forehead. It's up to you. Breathing and reaching. And eventually inhale to keep lengthening. And then exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab the left hand with the right. Breathe into your right lung. Inhale back toward the center. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your right side. Grab that right hand with the left. Breathe into your left lateral side. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling, pressing back up. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Reach. Exhale, drop your right hand to the right side. Left hand over the ear. Turn the heart up, breathe and reach. Good job. Inhaling back up nice and long. Exhale, twisting, taking your left hand to that right knee, back hand behind. Inhale, tall. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Turning around to the back. Inhale, long and tall. Exhale, looking forward. Counter twist with the neck and then releasing. Now with your right hand, grabbing that left temple. Relax your left hand on that knee if you want. Close your eyes. Feel that stretch alongside your neck. It might be tight, just be gentle. Here you can drop that left hand toward the ground. You might get a totally different stretch here. Just observe. Breathing slow. And then take that bottom hand and wrap it behind the back. Keeping the eyes closed now, observe what part of the neck is getting stretched. A little different than the last. And then are you being gentle? And then unwinding, uncross the opposite legs. Sitting in Sukhasana or Siddhasana or half lotus. Pull the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up, reach for the stars. Relax the throat. Inhale, lift through those fingers. Exhale, hands out in front, forward fold. Exhale, bowing down. Every time inhaling to come out of the pose, just lengthen through the crown. Exhale, walk those fingers out. Close those eyes and follow your breath. And then hinge at the hips. Bow down to the hips. Now how far or deep you go is all that hinging. Breathe into the back. Inhale, lengthen through those fingertips. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab the left hand with the right. Breathe into your right armpit. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling, reaching. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far right. Grabbing your right hand. Breathe into your left armpit. Inhaling back toward the center. Inhaling, pressing back up. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reach. Exhale, drop your left hand to the left side, right hand over the ears. Turn the heart up to the sky. Breathe and reach. Good job. Inhaling back up nice and tall, reaching. Exhale, dropping that right hand to the left knee, back hand behind. Inhale, tall. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. You might be twisting thoracically, you might be twisting at the belly. Just be gentle. Inhaling tall. Exhale, look forward, counter twist with the neck. Good job. And then releasing, taking your left hand to that right temple, right hand on that right knee. Close those eyes. So again, breathe into any tightness you might observe in your neck. Add a little slight pressure if you don't feel anything. If you're feeling it too hard, just be gentle. And back off, just close those eyes. And then here you can point that bottom hand down toward the ground, get a different stretch. It might be a little deeper. Breathing slow. Listen for that ocean sound. And then taking that hand, that bottom hand back behind, wrapping it behind your back. And close those eyes and breathe in. And then releasing. Hands on the waist. Little tiny circles, one direction. Now lubricate the top atlas. Lubricate, connecting, screwing on the head. I always tell my surfers, gotta screw your head in. So we do these little head rolls and then slow it down. Nice, big head rolls. Nice and slow. The tighter it is, the slower you go. You gotta be respectful of your mind, respectful of your neck. And then exhaling, dropping the chin to the chest, hands on the waist. We're gonna do a little nali, Ayurveda. We're gonna press the fingers into the rectus abdominis, the center core, and then pull the pelvis back, pulling the elbows toward each other. Spread the skin of the back, and then let the head drop into your lap. Allow your head to bow. And then quickly release. Good job. Uncross, cross the opposite way. Little head rolls opposite way. So hands on the hips. So if you were doing counterclockwise, try clockwise. Or vice versa. If you don't remember, try both. So if you heard clicking on one side, you might want to work on that. So big, like little tiny circles, little fast circles, and then slow it down to big, slow circles. So you might observe how tight your neck might feel, one side versus the other, and what feels really good. And then eventually exhaling, dropping the chin to the chest, hands on the waist, pressing firmly into the core. We're going to roll the pelvis and pull the elbows in toward each other, and then drop the head into the lap. And then quickly release. Good job. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. Spread those palms. Knees underneath the hips. Fingers spread out apart and palms underneath the armpits. Engage the core. Pull the ears away from the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone. So getting that nice flat back. So you're using your spinal muscles. All right. Focusing on the point. Good job. Keep breathing. Now here you're going to start shifting your hips left and right. Shift your head, neck left and right. And open up the spine here. We're going to inhale that right knee up, big circles. And then circling it the opposite way. Like kicking and wiggle those toes too. And then dropping that knee, inhale that left knee into big circles. One direction, wiggle those toes, rock and roll those ankles, and then circle the opposite way. And then dropping it back down into table, inhaling up into cow. Allow that belly to hang. And exhale, pull the belly button in into cat. Again, follow your breath, inhaling back up. Exhale, cat. Good job. Coming back to neutral spine. You're going to balance here into your tri-tip pose. So spread those fingers, palms, engage the core, tuck the tailbone, focus on a point, pull the ears away from the shoulders. Inhale that right hand out in front. And then here, inhale that left leg back. So you're kind of balancing. If you fall, I can fall back in. So inhale, lift higher. And then exhale, bend that right elbow to that left knee, caving in the spine. Nice and slow. Engaging the core, keep connecting, keep holding, keep breathing. Inhaling back out. Keep lifting. And then exhale one more time, making the elbow knee touch. Keep balancing, keep breathing. The slower you go, the more core you're using. Inhaling back up. And then here, taking that right hand, grab that back foot. Next, kick out that leg. Breathe here. Focus on a point in front of you. You don't fall. If you do, you can come back in. And then release everything back down into Balasana. And have that wide knee child's pose. Rest here. Breathe into the back. You can even take your palms together and kind of rock and roll the wrist. With all this, you're on the wrist a lot. And relax the wrist. Just close those eyes and breathe into your back. And press your palms into the mat so you can press your sit bones onto your heels. And then exhale, walk the hands all the way to your far left. Grab your left hand with the right. Breathe into your right lung. Nice little side stretch. Inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, reaching. Exhale, walk the hands all the way to your right. Lay your belly, if possible, on your right lap. Grabbing your right hand, breathe into your left lung. And then inhaling back toward the center, inhaling, pressing back up into all fours. Again, spread those fingers. We have a lot of pressure on our palms, so if you spread those fingers, it's just like a spider, water spider. You want to spread the tension So again, engage the core, tuck the tailbone, pull the ears away from the shoulder. So using the spinal muscles again. All right, focus on a point now. Inhale that left arm out in front. Your tri-tip. So what do you call a cat with 3 legs? Tri-tip pose. And then exhale, pull that right leg back. What do you call a cow with 2 legs? Lean beef. So balancing here, extending through, pointing and shooting through your fingertips, shooting through your back toes there, the energy from your heart. Now inhale, lift the limbs higher, breathing here, focus on a point. Now exhale, bend that left elbow and that right knee, making them touch, caving in the spine. Keep breathing, keep connecting, focus on a point. Inhaling back out, nice and long. Inhale, lift the limbs higher. Good job. Exhale, slowly caving in. Make the elbow knee touch. Good job. Inhaling one more time. Keep lifting. Keep breathing. Now take the limbs higher. Now take that left hand and grab that back foot and kick out that back leg. Balancing here. Slow your breath down. Focus on a point in front of you. And then exhale, releasing everything, coming back down into Balasana. Wide knee child's pose. Slow your breath down. Here you can even pull your knees in close to each other and relax your palms beside the feet. You're relaxing the shoulders. You can pull your forehead away with every breath. So slow your breath down. If you need, you can grab a block from your forehead, or you can put it between your sit bone and heels. If you like, up to you get that full stretch of your entire back. Slow the breath, counting the seconds. Is it a 3 to 4 second inhalation? Increase it 1 extra second. And you hold it at the very top for a microsecond. And exhaling just as slowly. And you hold the very bottom for a microsecond. And with each passing breath, and you try to add an extra second to your breath. Or just slowing down your breath. Kind of calming for the nerves, that's for sure. You're going to try for a rabbit pose. You can place your palms beside your ears. If your neck allows, you can always skip out of this pose. So we're going to inhale, roll up onto the crown of our top of our head. You're going to walk the knees back until your hips are over your knees. If this is enough pressure for your top of your crown, you can pull the shoulders away from the ears. If you want to, inhale, we'll lift the right hand up, just a balance. Or you can swap hands and inhale, lift the left arm up. If you want, you can try both hands up and then wrapping the fingers behind the back, squeezing palms, you can pull the wrists forward into rabbit pose. So it gets into the shoulder stretch. Then rewinding everything. Just slowly roll up into Virasana, hero's pose. Good job. So anytime we do these like rabbit poses, almost like a headstand, and they're called the headstand, the king of all poses, because it strengthens our neck. There's a lot on our neck, so that's how we do these neck stretches. But to strengthen it, you would do a headstand up on the wall. There's even shoulder supports for that. But over time, you want to strengthen the neck. You're sitting on your heels, coming into the Virasana. Inhale that right arm out in front. Exhale, left hand over. You can dangle or you can wind it up. You're inhaling, lifting up those elbows. Close those eyes. Breathe into your shoulders. And then exhale, drop your elbows. Here you can tip your forehead toward the thumbs, close your eyes. You can rock your ears left and right. We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, so we're just kind of releasing. And then here, releasing the arms, coming off the heels, and give it a little massage of the feet. Just awaken the feet. And then here, you're going to tuck the toes. Coming into that suffering pose, open up those arches. And then coming back onto our heels. Again, you can also use blocks if you need to sit on the heels instead. It's up to you. And then your left arm in front, right arm over. You can dangle or you can twist into those eagle arms. Again, inhale, lift those elbows up, close those eyes. Breathe into your shoulders. And then exhale, drop your elbows, drop your forehead toward those thumbs, resting on those thumbs. You can rock your ears left and right. And breathe into your neck. And then unwinding, coming off those toes. Give your toes a gentle massage. Waking up those toes again. Good job. Now coming back into all fours. Spread those fingers. You're gonna inhale, lift your right knee up. Do big circles again if you want. Just open up. But then when you're lifted nice and high, we're gonna exhale that knee to nose, kind of cave in the spine. Just hold it there. Inhaling it back up. And then we're gonna exhale, swing it over to your right hand. Coming into that lunge. And adjust that back knee if you like. Drop your hips, lift through the crown. Good job. Exhale, dropping onto your forearms, coming into that low lizard pose. You can roll the sole of your feet. If you need blocks, you can rest your forearms on some blocks too. So breathe into your back. Slow your breath down. If you want a little stretch on your legs, you can look over your right shoulder, take your right hand and reach for that back foot. Again, drop your hips. You can pull the heel in closer to your glutes. You can always use blocks as well. And rewinding everything. Hands back down. Pulling back into a runner's stretch here. So you're pulling the right sit bone back, straightening out that right leg, tipping the right toes up, bowing down. And then inhaling, bending that right knee back into that runner's lunge. And then exhale, pulling back. Getting that hamstring stretch. Good job. Now, drawing back into all fours, spreading those fingers again. Engage the core, having that flat back. We're going to inhale, lift that left leg up. And then exhale, pull it toward your nose. Inhaling back up, and here you can draw big circles too. One direction, opposite. And pull it back up. And then exhale that left knee to the nose. And inhaling it one more time back up. And then exhale, pull it toward your left foot. Or left hand, sorry. Your left foot toward your left hand. Dropping the hips. Inhale, lifting through the crown. You move your back knee around till you adjust. So this is your little high lunge. And then exhale, dropping onto your forearms. You roll the sole of your left foot. Breathe into low lizard pose. So that high lunge is high lizard. Then we're putting down a low lizard. So breathe into your back. Slow your breath down. Drop the hips more if you want. And then here you can stretch out your back leg. And grab with your left hand that back foot. Pull it toward the glute. Drop the hips. The full stretch of those legs if you want. And if your knees bother you, you can always use blocks. Learn to put the block underneath your knee. Helps with any tenderness if you have knee issues. Or you can double up on the mat as well. And then removing everything. And come back up into that high lizard, high lunge. We're going to exhale, pull back into that runner stretch. And put your hands on either side of your legs and pulling your left sit bone back in space. Straighten out that left leg. Flex your left foot. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, bowing down over that left knee. Inhaling, bending forward again, coming into that runner's lunge. Allow the hips to drop. And then exhale, pulling back gently and slowly. Coming back into that runner's stretch. This is like a hamstring stretch here. So this is actually my prenatal yoga. So pregnant ladies can do it. It's just you gotta be gingerly and slow. And then inhaling back forward, bending that knee. Coming to all fours again. Spreading those fingers, engage the core. Tuck the tailbone, have that flat back. Imagine having your lunch on your back with lots of pancakes. Pull the ears away from the shoulders. Feel all the spinal muscles are strengthening every time. Now tuck the toes. Inhaling, lift the hips up, dropping the forehead toward the ground. You can walk the full length of the mat. You like, spread those fingers. You can bend both the knees, point the sit bones up, shake your head, nod, relax the neck, and then exhale, drop your heels. Making sure you're getting the full stretch. It's all about that foundation. Your feet are as wide as the hips, if not wider. As wide as the mat. Your fingers are spread apart. And they say you're pointing your middle fingers parallel or your pointer fingers parallel, but your wrist should be parallel with the top of the mat. You're getting the full extension of the back. Your wristy could be your belly button. Here you can sway your hips left and right. You get the side stretch. Balancing here, putting your left foot in the center. Inhale that right foot up into three-legged dog. There you can stack your hips, bend that right knee, take big, big circles. Circling one direction, exhale, circle the opposite way. Eventually exhale that right knee to your nose. And then inhaling back up into three-legged dog. And then exhale that right knee to nose. You're going to drop that foot between the hands. Coming into that runner's lunge. You're going to seal that back foot down. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Coming into warrior one. Woo! And we go from low to high. The hands on the hips. Are they parallel with the top of the mat? If not, you can move your bottom foot a little closer until you square your hips. You're bending that front knee right over that right ankle. And then inhale, arms up, lifting. Pull I'm gonna move over here. Pull your elbows past the ears. Breathing here. And then here, seal your hands together. Namaste. Good job. So your warrior one, you're feeling that the strength here. You can even make a mudra that looks like you're holding a gun. Hooray energy from your heart. You're shooting all that positive energy from your body out toward the world. Pull the elbows past the ears. Keep lifting. And then exhale, open up those arms out. So if your hips hasn't shifted, then move that bottom leg out to the back more. Keeping that front knee bent over the ankle and point it toward your pinky toe or the second or third toe. As long as your hips are parallel with the side of the mat. And you don't want to spill your pelvis like a cup of tea. Make sure it's nice and steady. And then inhale, lifting the arms out in front and behind. Looking back and forth. Extending through the middle fingers. You're going to flip the palms up. Relax the shoulders. Looking back and forth. And then flip them back down. Good job. Warrior two. Now squat a little lower. So you might have to shift your back heel a little back. You don't want to bend that knee right over the ankle because you want some more sturdy. You want to strengthen that ankle. You don't want instability. So flipping the front palm up, inhaling it to the sky, dropping that back hand to the back knee, inhaling in your reverse warrior. You can even wrap that back hand behind Inhaling again. Good job. Now inhaling back out to warrior two. We're gonna wrap your hands behind your back. We're gonna go into humble warrior. So observing your left thumb over your right or right thumb over left, squeeze the palms, squeezing the shoulders, inhale, lift through the crown, exhale, bowing down to your right knee. Focus on your right toe, your right big toe. Lifting the palms, back palms up. Focus here. And then slowly inhaling back up. Whew, challenging, huh? Now unwinding those hands. Inhaling them back out in front. Straighten out that right knee. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. We're going to exhale, lean forward, reaching forward. You can grab a block nearby if you want. You can put it in front of your left foot or behind. You're stacking the shoulders. So if you feel like you don't need a block, you can use your ankle as well. It's up to you, but making sure your torso gets equal length. If you're slumping over, you want to use the torso. Imagine being between two planes of glass. You don't want to stick your butt out and or leaning off. You don't want to be touching the fuzzy walls of Bubblegum Alley. Good job. Now exhale, dropping that top hand down. Ooh, we're going to shift your hips so you can move your back foot down into that pyramid pose. So you're shifting the hips to be parallel with the top of the mat. You can move your back foot up a little. Good job. So bow down over that right knee. And then walking that back leg up into a forward fold. Gently dangle here. You can grab your elbows, sway left and right. Let the head dangle. Make sure your feet are as wide. You can bend those knees, lay the belly in the lap. You're coming to stillness. You can wrap the hands behind the back. Squeeze the shoulders, shaking the head. Release the neck. And then unwind the fingers. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sprouting on up, hands to the sky, hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. I know, now we gotta go back down so we can do the downward dog on the other leg. So the whole sequence is on one side, you gotta do equal opposite on the other. Rolling the shoulders back, kind of coming into your Samastitihi, because you did a lot of work on one side now, you're just resting. So this is actually a resting pose, believe it or not, just like downward dog and Shavasana and Balasana. Those are the 4 resting poses I know of. Kind of come to this grounded state. Close those eyes, relax the shoulders, engage the core, tuck the tailbone. Then lean forward, then lean back. And come to your center point. Lean towards your left, lean towards your right, and then back towards your center. It's always nice to feel that you're grounded in your true north, in your true self. Then blink your eyes open, inhale, arms up to the sky, reaching. Here, lift your bottom heels, tippy toes. You even walk on your toes. You stretch out those calves, and then exhale, drop your heels, forward fold. Good job. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, dropping down into a forward fold, pressing your palms back into the ground, stepping back into plank. So spreading those fingers, engage the core, dropping your tailbone, having a flat back. So you're almost as if you were standing, but pressing into a wall. Good job. Now exhale, pull your sit bones back, coming into downward dog. There, spread those fingers, take the full length of the mat, pedaling away your heels. Shaking your head. Good job. Now, pressing your right foot into the center of the mat, you're going to inhale, lift your left heel up into 3-legged dog. Stacking the hips, bending that left knee, taking big circles. Exhale, circle one direction. And then circle the opposite. Nice and slow, and then eventually exhale that knee to nose, balancing here. You can hold it there. And then inhaling back out into three-legged dog. Whew. And then exhale that knee to nose again. Flexing that front foot, dropping that foot between the hands. Seal that back foot down. And then inhale, engage the core, lift through the crown, lifting up into Virabhadrasana 1. This is always tricky when you're lifting up. So you're bending that front knee right over the ankle, hands on the hips. Is it square to the top of the mat? Otherwise, you can move your back foot a little higher, closer toward the top. Good job. Now inhale, lift the arms up. Or seal the hands together, namaste. You can even do that ray gun of energy, mudra. And I know there's a mudra name. And if your ray gun was last time your right thumb was over the left, try the opposite. Left thumb over the right. And pull your elbows past those ears. Feel that energy from your feet go through your body, shocking your system to energize out through those fingertips. And then exhale, open up those arms out to the sides. Hands on the hips. Is it parallel with the side of the mat? Now you can move your back foot a little further back, making sure that front knee is right over the ankle, pointed toward the second or third toe or pinky toe. Make sure your pelvis isn't spilling like a cup of tea. Good job. Inhale, open those arms back out. Flipping the palms up, relax the shoulders. Good job. Now exhale, flip them back down. Now pulling and extending through your middle fingers. Squat a little lower. So you might need to widen, pull that back foot down. Imagine having a book on your front lap. And then look toward your middle front finger. There you go. Warrior 2. Ooh, now flip your front palm up, inhaling it to the sky. Drop your bottom hand down. Breathe into your left lung. And then inhaling back out into Warrior 2. I think there's one more thing I forgot. Flip that front palm up, inhaling it back up. Now wrap that right back hand behind. And then again, inhale your left lung. So this is a reverse warrior, sorry. Brain fart. Inhaling it back out in front. Now straighten out that front knee. We're gonna come into that triangle Trikonasana. We're gonna exhale, lean and reach forward until your hip pops. Again, if you need a block nearby, you can grab one, place it in front or behind that left foot, and then stack the shoulders again. So if you need a wall, you can always use a wall. But if you're imagining you're in between a wall, between the walls of Gum Alley, you don't want to touch those walls. So making sure your dristi could be your bottom toe, the middle of the room at a doorknob, or your top thumb. Making sure both sides of your torso has equal length. If you want to ditch the block, a little higher on the ankle, you're engaging your core. Good job. Now taking that top hand, dropping it down, and move that back foot up. So you're coming to square your hips to the top of the mat, coming into that pyramid pose. And then exhale, bowing down in that pyramid pose. It's like a gentle change of the hips. But this pyramid pose, you can also use blocks if your front knee is bending. You're kind of just bowing down. So it's almost like half splits. You're stretching out your left hamstring. You're pulling the left sit bone back in space. Good job. And then here, walking back, walking your feet up into a forward fold. You can grab your elbows, dangle left and right. Whew. You can even take your feet wider and then opposite interlace. So if you had your interlace with your right thumb over the left, try your left thumb over the right, or vice versa. Again, pull the wrists forward, shake the head, nod. All these shoulder stretches. And then releasing everything down. Inhale halfway up into Ardha Uttanasana. Engage the core, pull the ears away from the shoulders, having that flat back. Good job. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, sprouting up. Woo, back into hands up to the sky, hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Rolling the shoulders, lift those toes, plant them firmly into the mat. Engaging the core, tuck the tailbone. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Close those eyes. Feeling that groundedness. You can relax the palms alongside the inseam of your pants or shine the palms forward or shine your heart. This is your Tadasana. Ta-da! Feeling, again, the connection with earth. Feeling the texture of the mat. Feeling the energy. And then inhale, arms back up. Hands together. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to lean over to your right foot. Inhale that left knee up in space. Grabbing that left knee, rock and roll, wiggle those toes. Good job. Now, grabbing your ankle, we're going to pull it back behind. So you're getting that stretch in your left quad. We're balancing here. Focus on a point. I know it's a lot to do in one leg. And then releasing that leg. Hands together. Back in front of you in Samasthiti. Lift those toes up. Plant them firmly into the mat. Engage the core, tuck the tailbone, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. You're feeling tall through the crown. Imagine having this string kind of pull your crown up toward the ceiling. Feeling lengthy. Now blink your eyes over. You're going to lean over to your left foot. Inhale that right knee up in space. Grab that right knee. Here you can rock and roll, wiggle those toes. And then slowly grab the ankle, pull it back, and focus on a point in front of you that's not moving. So you're getting that full stretch of your front calves. And then release. We're going to go into dancer's pose. So Natarajasana, grabbing your belt. We're going to modify. I'm going to face you guys. You can either face whichever. So I have my strap in my left hand. We're going to hands to the heart, lift those toes, plant them firmly into the mat. We're going to lean over to your right foot. We're going to bend that left knee and interlace the strap and kind of tighten it down and pull it back behind. From here, right hand up to the sky, we're going to bow down forward. And then you're going to pull that back leg and kick out. That's your focus on a point in front of you. Natarajasana. And slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Releasing the belt. So you have an option to keep the belt if you like. You can also try your waiter, waitress hand. So your left hand is going to hold out like a waiter. And then you're going to grab the inner arch of your feet. And then for your other hand, it'd be your other waiter hand. And inhale, lift up through the crown, lift up through the sky, and then exhale, bow down forward. Focus on a point in front of you, kicking out that back leg. So focus, focus, keep breathing. If you fall out, you can fall back in, and then slowly, slowly inhaling up. Here, shaking out those legs. That's a lot of pressure on your one hip and your ankle. So you're gonna shake it out. And then come back into that Samasthiti, grabbing that strap with your right hand. Lift those toes up, plant them firmly into the mat. It's good that we stretch those arches in suffering pose, right? Get that stability. We're gonna lean over to your left foot. And then you can have your left hand on that left hip and take that rope or kind of focus, lift up that right leg. Kind of strap it around that foot and kick back. And then here, inhale, lifting the left arm up. You're going to lean forward and kick out that back leg. Focus on a point in front of you that's not moving. Adristi. Keep breathing. Keep focusing and keep kicking out, and then slowly, slowly inhaling back up. You can ditch that strap. All right, your waiter, waitress hand. Your right hand, we're gonna lean over to your left leg again. We're gonna catch the inside of your right arch. We're gonna inhale that left arm up to the sky, and then exhale, lean forward and kick out that back leg, but focus on a point in front of you. That's not moving. Keep breathing. Keep focusing. And then slowly, slowly inhaling back up. Good job. Here, kick out that leg. Good job. Now take your feet out wide. Hands on the hips. Woo. Inhaling the chin up to the sky. We're going to exhale, bow down, hinge at the hips. Dropping the hands between the feet. We're going to inhale halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, pulling your hands into the ground. So pull your forehead toward the ground. Good job. You can shake your head, nod. And then hands on the hips, slight bend in the knees. You're going to inhale, roll back up. Now interlace the fingers behind the back, squeezing the palms. Squeeze the shoulders, open up the heart. Inhale, chin up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Dropping the forehead, pull the wrists forward. Here you can shake your head, nod. And then release the palms. You can grab your ankles and pull your forehead toward the ground more. And we went through A, B, and C and Uttanasana Konasana. So this is Prasarita Konasana. So hands drop down onto the mat. You can walk the palms out forward into a short dog pose. And exhale, drop your heart down. Here you can shake your head and nod. I like these short dog poses. Now walking the hands back under, we're going to bend the knees, hands on the hips, slightly inhaling back up. Now pointing the toes out, pull the heels in. We're going to drop down into a squat, and then here, hands on the knees or the lap. Inhale, lift through the crown. We're going to exhale, drop your left shoulder. Look toward your right elbow. Inhaling back up. Exhale, drop your right shoulder. Look toward your left elbow. Inhaling back up. Inhaling, arms up and straighten up those knees. Hands to the heart. And then jumping toward the center. Now make your feet wide as your hips, if not wider. We're going to exhale, squat down nice and slow. So your elbows are going to come into the inner knees, inner thighs. You can grab a block if you like. You can sit on your block. Or if you like, you can sway left and right. It's kind of a workout today. I try to go slow. But I don't think anyone wants to go slow in a standing position too long. It gets really, really tiring. Can you imagine holding this position for a good 5 minutes? Your arms would be so tired. But you are building the core strength. You're building all that little isometric strengthening in your system. Here you can rock left and right, kind of strengthen those ankles, open up those hips. And eventually you can even come into crane or crow if you want to play. You can drop those hands out in front. You can even have a block in front of your forehead space right here. You can get a bolster in case you might are afraid of hitting a hard floor. You can lift up one toe, the other toe, engage the core, focus on a point in front of you. And eventually you can drop back down. It's up to you. Coming on to your bottom. Extend those legs out in front. Pressing the palms beside your hips. Oh, I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like, what I was trying to do last time. So if you actually did this, you can try it with your right leg. Kind of do it one right leg, circle it clockwise. You can feel that you're using more your hips. Now try counterclockwise. It's a little fatiguing on the leg, but it strengthens as well. And then swapping legs. And inhale, left leg, big circles. And then exhale, circle the opposite leg. And you'll notice one leg might be stronger than the other. One might be a little weaker, and then releasing back down. Kind of cool how our hips, you're getting equal treatment on both sides. You're noticing one side might be more tired, more weaker, and one side stronger. You're pulling the flesh out from the backside. Inhale, arms up to the sky, reach. Having those flat palms, pull your elbows past those ears. You're pressing through the palms. Imagine pressing through your feet. In that downward dog. Exhale, forward fold. Here you can bend those knees, grab those ankles. If you want, you can grab a belt nearby. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Breathe into your back. Western side stretch. Where the sun doesn't shine on the backside. Slow your breath down. Go a little deeper if you can. And then slowly, slowly. Inhaling up. And bend those knees. Grab the back of the hamstring. You can grab your mat to the local real estate along the wall if you like. And then come down into Shavasana. And then exhale slowly, slowly. Grab your blanket nearby. Nice to cover up as well. And slowly engage the core, one vertebrae at a time. And palms up. Relax the shoulders. Close those eyes. And then allow those eyeballs to sink into those eye sockets. And allow your throat to relax. Breathe into the lungs as if they were part of the floor. Relax the cheeks and jawbone. Relax the throat and tongue. Relax across your heart space. Let the heartstrings relax. Let the heart drop. And relax across the belly button. Let the visceral organs drop. And relax the pelvic floor. Relax your glutes and your thighs. Let the back of your knees relax. And relax the calves. Let them go heavy. Let your heels go heavy. Absorbing everything, integrating everything you've done. Breathing in, knowing that you're breathing in. And breathing out, knowing that you're breathing out. Becoming aware and mindful to your breath. Observing any noise inside the room. Let it float away like a cloud. Observing any noise outside the room. Let it float away. Observing any thoughts within the mind. Let it float away like a sunset. And wiggling your fingers. Wiggling your toes. Keeping your eyes closed. Integrating everything you've done. Inhale, that squeeze into your heart. You rock left and right like a boiled egg. And when you're ready, you can fall to your favorite side and pillow your face. You rest there. When you're ready, you press up into a seated position.